Belgian Bulldog, nice to see you back, man. I've got some breaking news. Very heartbreaking and very disturbing news. Keep spreading. I don't think I heard what you said. Keep spread? Yeah, well, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this very, very well. I'm doing live on Facebook like no other. I'm going to get a lot more content on Facebook. I got a lot more subscribers on Facebook. Steven. What's up, Steven? And we're rolling. That's all I can say. I've got 300 new subscribers from Facebook. Thank you. I've been adding them up. Holy crap. I was not expecting, but I think people from Anonymous is subscribed to me too. Thank you. I'm on 3 anonymous groups. I've got some breaking news coming out of Hawaii. I reported there was 13 heads found off the shore of Hawaii. Well, that's not all. They're burying people alive. Seriously. And they're taking them to Guantanamo Bay to be buried or cremated. And if I'm having bad issues with the internet, I'm very, very sorry. The internet has been worked on by Spectrum. They're trying to get the 5G in here, and that's not a good sign. The 5G could be in through the summer. Thank you for your knowledge. Me been banned from your old live chat for no reason. Yeah, a lot of people are being banned, man. It ain't just you. People don't understand. October the 1st, 2016, our internet is not even in America no more. It's actually in the EU. The Queen of England runs the show of the internet now. Obama gave the internet to George Soros and the 13 world banks. That's who owns the internet now, folks. And they got the AI stronger than the human. And they're watching everything you're saying. So watch what you're saying. You don't want to get fined or have a drone up your head. If you have not seen my report that I did yesterday on my live, oh my gosh, I'm loving my new content I'm doing on Facebook and on my YouTube channels. And I think y'all are too. But I do got some breaking news. QAnon is fake, and BP EarthWatch is finally waking up to knowledge that nobody's going to jail. So, without further ado, let's go to his video. We need to spread this mild and wide on my content and his content, because he may get knocked off again for putting this out without gaming. That's why I went to gaming, folks, so y'all could get all the content. Me not, they like me, he. I can say what I want. I know you can, because you work with Anonymous. That's one of my buddies from Anonymous, by the way. That's the Belgian Bulldog. And I'm sure Miss G is watching. And we had some issues, and I want to address it right now. If you bully anybody on Facebook or YouTube, like I said, you will be droned by the CIA or the NSA. They're reading everything you're saying on your comments down below or on your messenger. I want y'all to know that. So watch what you're saying. Quit threatening people. Like I said, it's not worth to die over. Okay? Start treating each other right. Black, white, Hispanic needs to work together. Muslims needs to work together. If we don't, the New World Order has won. The rich people has won over the poor. All right, let's get going. I want y'all to hear what he has to say, and I'm going to tell you what I say. Okay? Believe it or not, me and BP is working together now. EarthWatch, right? We all got to work together as Americans. If we don't, we're going to fall.
February the 24th, 2019. thank you for coming over and spending the end of the weekend with us for a few minutes. This video I've been thinking about for a while, and some of the times if you kind of got an idea in your head on what you're trying to say, and you try to do it right off the bat, guys, it doesn't quite come out clear because you haven't really had enough time to put your thoughts into words, if that makes any sense. But this video, I hope does, and I hope that it is an enlightening video, and I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack from it. I'm kind of used to it. But I believe in the truth, and I want you to hear what I think is happening. Now, in the beginning, after Trump was elected, we saw the Q phenomenon start. And we were getting, at the first Q, let me say this, I think it's been people.
Yep.
The first Q, or the first person that was posting as Q, had a lot of inside information. And you could watch it and you see what would happen, watch the news, and you could correlate all of it together. Then Q would go out for a week or a month or whatever. And then if you are observant and you understand patterns, and you understand when a pattern changes, whether it's depending on solar flares, earthquakes, or politics, you will see it. And what I've seen, and I've mentioned it before, that the original Q had a lot of inside information. Then it changed. And then just before my channel at BP EarthWatch was taken down with 30,000 videos, I had said that I no longer could participate in the Q movement because I was having some dire concerns. I think that may have had some impact, and by the end of this video, you may think so also. Another thing, to be honest, that I was doing is at that time, and they took my channel down 2 weeks before the 2018 elections, was I was running the polls, if you remember, for Florida. And I was urging everyone to get out and vote for Ron DeSantis, Republican candidate, so that so that Florida didn't become California. Mm-hmm. And thank God you did. And now you're seeing the payoffs of someone with common sense. But that, along with, at the time, I just did a video saying that Q is not what it appears to be. And I think I said at that time that maybe in the beginning we were getting real information. Now I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm saying, because there's a great deception going on, and I think I've put the pieces of the puzzle together to where I can honestly say what I think and feel in my heart that it's true. Guys, you know I'm a watchman in many different areas and different levels as far as space and science and politics and other things. Just what I do, I have a care for humanity.
I see.
Whether you believe it or not, that's one of the things that I do. So, going back to the Q phenomena, again, when I had denounced that the Q that we had originally started watching was no longer Q, that was during that week where they took my channel down. Now, I don't know if that was part of it, probably had something to do with it, along with the polls, because in 2016 I ran 100 different polls, guys, convinced thousands of people not to believe mainstream media, that Hillary was ahead. And at that time, guys, I was getting 50, 60, 70,000 hits per video. I think we were up to 120 million hits with 360, 70,000 subscribers, something like that. And they knew the strength of the platform.
I got to agree with them too. I was getting like 2 million hits on some of my videos, and they just dropped. And they don't like us talking about political stuff. And I tried to warn y'all, that's what they're doing. They're hitting people upside the head with drones, and all kinds of stuff is happening. And I'm trying to warn you because I care, guys. You don't want to have a freaking flying drone that looks like a dang bee coming at you with explosives. And that's what's going on. They've been killing people from weddings to Fast and the Furious people to the drug lords, to our Saudi Arabia, all the way to our military. That's why our military is pretty much weak. So I want y'all to know that, folks. Just try not to say too much and just watch. If you don't like what I do, dislike my video and leave. Because I'm not getting paid for your dislikes. I could care less. I'm here to save your butt. If you hate me or like me. Just like he just said. We're here for humanity. And if you're not here for humanity, leave. Because you're probably going to be the first one to die because you're scared. The reason you're disliking my video is because you're scared. And the ones that's scared are the ones that's usually going to die first. Just thought you might want to know that. So, today you can dislike my video 100 times and I could care less. I'm like Earnhardt. Y'all booed Earnhardt, and how many championships he win? 7.
Well, they cut me off 2 weeks before getting the 2018 election, and they wanted me to no way participate in 2019 and the 2020 elections, because I always would give an open poll, and you voted your choice. Remember that, guys, how I would do it? You either voted for the candidate. I even took down the comments. You could either vote for, saying it, for example, Trump or Hillary Clinton, and you just thumbs up for your candidate. That way you could go through and look at the list very quickly and see what the real polls were. And we were correct. I think we were the only ones that were correct during the 2016 elections. Trump was never behind.
No.
Never. It was overwhelming. We would do 1,200 people in the polls. 1,180 would be for Trump. Hillary would have 8. Someone else lingering there in the party would have 5 or 6. Never anything close to what Trump was doing. Now back to Q. This is a warning.
Yep.
I'm not saying this out of malice, but there's some channels that have rapidly developed as far as subscribers, number of hits, things like that, that have stayed on the Q bandwagon. Why would that be important? Who controls YouTube? Google. The same people that have taken down.
No, Google does not own YouTube no more. It's China and the EU. Y'all got to remember that. Remember what I just said, folks. October the 1st, 2016. That's when everything got hacked. Your emails, your YouTube, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok. You can't say whatever you want to say anymore. It's like if you spit the wrong way, you're done. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to give you heads up. Y'all got to do it a different way so you won't get hurt.
Most of the conservative channels, especially the ones that were large, like our old channel, that had a pretty good platform. A lot of people listened. Those are gone. Mm-hmm. The ones that had denounced Q are gone.
Yep. That's what happened to him.
The ones that are thriving continue the Q narrative. Does that sound like mainstream media? Who controls Google, guys? Think about it. Same people that control, or the same mentality of people that control Facebook and Twitter.
Same people that controls Apple. Apple is your poison. You eat that apple, you're going to be like Adam and Eve. Just thought you might want to know that. You decide what you want to do.
Twitter. They're called Mockingbird. In many cases, CIA. So the people now that you see thriving, that are not getting their channels taken down, that are heavily monetized, and are spread everywhere, are the ones staying with Q. Now, in the mainstream media real world, what does that tell you? Think about it for a moment. It tells you that in the beginning, even it fooled me, because we were all pro-Trump. I'm still pro-Trump, always will be. Make America great again, keep it great again. So Q seemed to be
And this is where I got to let you know, Jesse. Trump is Democrats. He said he would be a Democrat in his book. You remember? Does anybody remember his book he put out in the 90s? And that he predicted the 9/11 plot? I mean, guys, that tells you something. That's a red flag right there. He said what they were going to do. Therefore, he's involved if he don't stop these people that's doing it. Think about that, folks. He's not making America great again. He's pissing every country off so they can come in on us. And it's like a suicide. The United States government has put a gun to their head, pretty much. We're not strong like we used to be. Barack Hussein Obama signed the Air Force to drop their jets. He signed the National Guard out. Do y'all remember what he did? Y'all remember that, guys? I want y'all to know that. So let's keep on. But like I said, I agree on some of the stuff BB EarthWatch is saying. But this is America, right? We're going to disagree. But I'm going to put money on it. I'll put $1 million on it that Trump is with them. That's how confident I am. You got to remember who is giving me the emails. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you said, Juan. I got bad eyes. All I got is your name. But it's all about it's the puppet strings is the money, okay? And the EU, I don't know, where are the 99% get the elite down? You know what I mean? Yeah, I do know what you mean. I do, Brazil Bulldog. And you're smart, very smart. You can dislike my videos, guys. I don't care. I know who's doing it. It's not you. It's the AI. I'm smarter than the AI. Just thought you might want to know that. I don't care who's watching, who's liking, who's subscribing, who's disubscribing. Because I told you last year that I will be the last one standing. While all the other big YouTube channels will be, get this, you ready for this? Will be the ones that goes underground while I'm up top telling you where the hurricanes are going to be, what's going to happen, 2 weeks before it even happens. Remember? What did I tell y'all? You got a 102-hour storm coming. And it come from emails from ex-NSA. We know the plan, guys. I'm just the only one that knows how to speak it on a voice. I don't understand it. Nobody's got the balls.
Going along with Trump. Now, let everyone go back. Let's think about this. And it was a relationship, and you could see between some of the Q posts and some of the things that Trump was doing in the events and politics that someone had inside knowledge. It was obvious, right? Now, let's think about, since that point, what is there, 20, maybe FBI, Department of Justice officials that are no longer employed, more than likely will end up in court, maybe military tribunals. What I'm saying, and if you listen very closely, a lot of us were deceived in the beginning because we were looking for the positive effects. This is why Trump has not officially recognized Q, but who has recognized, guys? If you look at the Q post starting maybe 7 or 8 months ago, they really emphasized the fact that mainstream media was.
I'm just going to give you heads up who knocked Q off and who took the YouTube channels off. It was anonymous. It was my group that I'm with right now. I'm just giving you a heads up. If you're with Q, pedophile. Bottom line. I don't care what you think about me. I really don't. And if you don't like me, then you're a pedophile. That's the way I look at it. If you don't like kids and you don't like the military that's homeless, you're a pedophile. That's the way I look at it. And I'm not going to sit there and make it like it's good smelling roses here. I'm giving you heads up. Edward Snowden told me straight up who the pedophiles are. He knows every one of them. He knows who's what and what's going on. And he gave me all of his information before he died, disappeared, whatever happened. Y'all need to wake up, folks. You don't, you're going to be ending up Hawaii, like Hawaii, buried alive.
Attacking you. Remember? Oh, look at this. It's a planned attack from Washington Post, blah, 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 all the way down from every media source, sometimes 20 or 30, all time perfectly. Why? Listen, because they wanted us to believe that Q was real.
Yep.
Attack that. Because we did not believe in mainstream media. People listen to what I'm telling you.
Yep.
We did not believe in anything they said. So with a coordinated attack, when Q would say, "What? It's very important." Let me back up. Some of the secondary or third level of people that took over the conversation, I think, is some deep state operatives were taken off the platform.
Yep.
They would come in and you would see, and you still see it now. Look at the Q post. Well, look, we must be doing something right because Washington Post, New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, they're all at the same day attacking us. What? And think about this. What was happening when we had this mass media attack on the Q in the beginning? It brought Q to the forefront. Before that, no one.
And guess what? You were rooting on the deep state, and you didn't even know it. Like Cobra Commander in the cartoon is Barack Hussein Obama, the terrorist, ISIS. I wondered if you knew that or not.
Knew what it was about, except the people that are awake and kind of watching these things. They didn't really know what the Q movement was. So in order to bring it forward, the mainstream media had to attack it. Why? Because it would bring a lot of people over to see what the Q phenomenon was.
Well, I already know who the president of the UN is, and it's the same people that's running Q. It's none other than Barack Hussein Obama. Y'all are being trolled with QAnon. And I knew it was coming. I knew it. After Barack Hussein Obama gave the internet to ICANN, October the 1st, 2016, and then the elections come in, George Soros emailed Obama and said, I want you to vote for Trump. I want chaos in America. And that's what happened. That's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Black, white, Hispanic started beating on each other because we voted for the wrong people. Well, I didn't. Y'all did. I just sat and watched. But somebody asked me the other day at the mall, who do you like? You like Trump? I said, well, if you want to know the truth, they all puppets to the New World Order banks. You're not going to pull me into if I like anybody, because it don't matter if you like Trump or Obama or whoever's running, because you don't control nothing. You don't pay them money. You don't got the money to pay them to do what they want to do for you. It's the bankers, and your tax money went to the bankers. Your tax money went to all that crap you've been buying, like Robert Kraft. How do you like that one, guys? I was right on that one, wasn't I? Didn't I call that one a year ago? I did, didn't I? Huh? How do you like your New England Patriots now? They're probably going to lose every Super Bowl now, which we're running out of Super Bowls, because what I heard by 2021, there ain't going to be no more sports.
What would you do if you saw mainstream media attack you? You'd immediately want to say, well, hell, they're trying to hide this. They don't want anybody to know what Q is saying. That's why they're attacking it. But if that was really the plan, they would never mention it.
Yep.
So what we've got with Q, guys, I don't know if it's Comey, Brenner, Clapper, all of that group there, deep state, that started this. Listen to what I'm saying. Again, the only channels now that are thriving that pretend to be political are heavily into the Q narrative.
Yep.
Look at the channels.
Yep.
Think about what I'm saying. No way mainstream media with 20 or 30 outlets would have brought this forward at one time and woke the whole world.
That's right. What did I put out there, Stents? That New World Order guy walked away, Aspen, Colorado. I'd said it 2 or 3 times on video on YouTube. They control both. Your vote never counted, and I'll tell you why your vote never counted. They just wanted to know where you were going to be at with the blue, red, and pink sticker on your mailbox. Duh. Y'all just pretty much pushed yourself into it. You're pretty much pushing the 5G. You're like, all right, we're going to have faster internet. I still haven't seen faster internet on 4G or 3G or 2G or 1G. Hasn't been the same since Barack Hussein Obama gave the internet to ICANN. It hasn't, guys. It's actually garbage, if you want to know the truth. And they're doing it on purpose so you won't see Wormwood. The only reason I'm doing this is to show you Wormwood when it shows up. I've got good satellites now. I've got good apps. And I am seeing this son of a gun. I've already showed you this live in Florida Keys. That was Wormwood, folks. And right after I showed you that on Florida Keys, that pedophile John X Army gave a phone call to YouTube and told them what I had. So I just wanted you to know that. And I've got 800 channels. He's going to have a lot of channels to shut down and try to find me, because I'm only talking on 3 channels. Well, actually 2 now. But I am planning on getting another talking channel. I've got plans, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I told you I was going to be the last one standing. And it looks like BP EarthWatch is too. And I have a lot of respect for what he just said about Q. And he's still going. Let's keep on.
Up to it, unless they wanted them to follow the Q narrative. Now, trust Sessions, right?
Nope.
How did that work out? But if you wanted to look at the list of things that was supposed to happen 2 years ago, and it was all a design. It was a master plan.
It was a disaster.
But guys, the people now that are pushing this are being propped up. They've got a lot of good information. Let me tell you this: Satan knows the entire Bible because he was there, and a lot of it was written about his dastardly deeds.
Yep.
But he knows it. He's very smart, except for the fact that he thinks that he was going to win the war in heaven. It's kind of like Hillary winning the election. It did not happen.
Nope. It was planned.
But Satan can take the deep state and bring you 99% of the truth. Some of my old videos about the books of Adam and Eve. He can give you 99% of the truth, to where you say, man, this guy's knowledgeable, like we say Q was. This guy knows.
Yes, and it's connected with, the 5G is connected with CERN Switzerland. They just gave more money to CERN Switzerland to get more power to that machine. And it's a time machine, okay? This is how I time, okay? If you don't believe in that, that's fine. You don't have to. You believe in these fake aliens. I mean, I thought I would put in some real stuff in here. I mean, I'm real. I'm not fake. And people kept on telling me that I was fake. Well, sure, it's funny. I've got a lot of subscribers and a lot of views on these videos, and a bunch of them are liking my videos, and a bunch of them are I've got more likes videos than I do dislike videos. So videos. So I must be doing something right. Hope y'all enjoying the game designs. That arena was not easy to make. Thing.
That he was on the outside like Q is, but that 1% of lies is what traps you. That is what deceives you. I want you to think about what I'm telling you guys. I didn't really want to do the video until I could try to put it together, and I will come in with extreme knowledge, with extreme evil, with extreme
No, you did a great job on this video, dude, or I wouldn't be sharing it. Seriously, guys, get back on the bandwagon with EarthWatch. I know a bunch of y'all have unsubscribed to him and everything, but he has woke up on that part. He will wake. I think he already is not with us, and I think he's going to start what Trump has been doing and what he hasn't been doing and everything. I mean, he didn't even get the wall. There's no wall coming, guys. Okay. And if there is a wall, China's going to build it because that's their land now. The Midwest is their land. Okay. From Louisiana all the way back to California is. I didn't know if y'all knew that or not. Obama gave the internet and gave the land away in 2016. The land's been gone for 2 years now. Away from that European. Sure, it's funny. I've been saying Rothschilds, and here it is. The Rothschilds is putting their hand involved with the weather. So Nathaniel, and Dave is the two that's running it. Their father is sick, and Jacob is dying. I want y'all to know that. It didn't plan out for him. So, hope y'all enjoying this show.
Alice, and get you to follow a lie.
He is right. I hope he does more videos on trying to push y'all away from Trump, because Trump, like I said, it was funny. I said it last year, didn't I? Anybody that was watching my videos on Scorpion Death Drop, their NWO Real News, didn't I tell y'all that they were not going anywhere and that they were going to pop up out of nowhere after David Zubalek said they're all going to jail and tribunals and this and that and the other. And then all of a sudden, Hillary Clinton attends to a funeral, and then all of a sudden, Barack Hussein Obama's playing basketball on a game. Y'all? I mean, there you have it, folks. He said he was going to do. He didn't arrest the pedophiles. They are talking about it. They're showing it on this and that and the other. And there's another thing I want to show y'all. Let's see if I can go to it. Let's see if I can find it. News. Nobody watched that. Why did people send me messages saying they wanted me to do WWE news? Yeah. I mean, I can see the future, guys. Is Mexico gonna burn? Well, I mean, every summer, the land is burning. If that's telling you anything. I mean, I don't think you're safe anywhere. If you want to know the truth, you just got to survive. You got to survive, and you got to fight for your rights. That's all I can say, guys. I mean, you can argue with me on every argument, so you decide what you think. All I know is I keep on giving you the facts, and the facts keep on coming up true. Anonymous has something to say. Yeah, they have something to say. Our most urgent message to date. Will you stand with Q and the collective? Question mark. Anonymous is even saying stay away from Q. Here you go. Enjoy. I didn't hear what you said. It's probably the bad weather part. Seen my weather.
Begin transmission. This is a message from the anonymous charity, also known as the Collective. Today's broadcast date is February 18th, 2019. As we look back over the last decade, it was indeed a period of cyber awakening. First victory against the evil governmental empire.
If you keep on backing in and backing out, and I know you do that sometimes, Stance. You keep on backing in and backing out, you're not going to have good service. Just thought you might want to know that.
Yes. The birth of the anonymous charity within 4chan had brought forth a new type of soldier for truth. During distributed denial of service attacks, anonymous members managed to troll government puppets and leak info about the elite's ultimate plan, the new destroy the entire Earth as we know it. Pursued by the Empire's sinister multiple three-letter agencies like the CIA, FBI, NRO, NSA, DOD, DHS, DOD and the CID, anonymous while claiming, "We do not forgive. We do not forget," chose to fall out of sight. Eventually infiltrated by the agents of the elite, the truth faded into darkness. The original anonymous fled to hiding in the deep dark of the net.
Remember this, who controls the internet? He who controls the internet controls the world and the weather. You're just going to have to deal with it, partner. They're trying to stop me because they know I know the plan. They can't come and shoot me and kill me because they know they're going to get murdered by 31 million Marines. That's pissed off at them.
Has yielded its reward, a new world order. We, the anonymous charity, also known as the Collective, live amongst you people now. Waiting, protecting. We, the Collective, have witnessed your capacity for courage, and though we are ports apart, like us, there's more to you than meets the eye. We are the...
By the way, Road Dog, I seen you subscribe to me. Thank you.
Anonymous charity, also known as the Collective, and we send this message to any awakened citizen taking refuge among the asleep. We are here. We have returned. Fighting. We will stand for you. We will stand for truth and justice. Our struggle is not against flesh and blood. Our fight is against rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world and against the forces of evil. The year 2019 will very well be the final year of any true anonymous protest, due to the coming 5G grid which will eliminate privacy as we know it.
Yep.
So you have a choice to make. Will you stand for your freedom? Or will you continue to be free? It will be self-evident if humanity will take this chance, or not. We are in this together. You can choose to stand for humanity, or you can choose to pull the trigger on it. You have to choose to stand for your freedom, or allow yourselves and the rest of us to continue to be murdered, infected, silenced, and enslaved by the elite. People question our motives. Are you really here? Do you support QAnon? Are you here for we the people? The answer to all these questions is yes. This channel you are listening to right now is our second attempt to come back to this platform. In October 2018, we made our official return. The hunger for truth was greater than ever before, and within 6 weeks, you watched 120 million minutes of truth on our channel. That's almost 230 years of you sitting in front without a break. Abortion law extension. We organized an official White House petition, and together we acquired almost 300,000 signatures in a week. The president has now publicly announced that it will go before Congress for a vote. Now, as QAnon knows, we the anonymous charity have stated that if the vote does not go the way it should, then we the people will take our voice to the Capitol. Voice in non-violent, peaceful civil disobedience, we the people will make our voice heard. We the people will become the voice for the voiceless. We will stand together for the millions of babies lost to Moloch. On February 16th, 2019, Q Drop 2742 makes a reference to just that. They stand with us. They stand with you. We stand together. Prepare to march. More information to come if the vote decides it. Throughout history, the world has been controlled by big ideologies such as religion, socialism, and capitalism, to name but a few. These are all forms of slavery that have stopped our evolution and removed our freedom. We, the anonymous charity known as the Collective, see these ideologies for what they are, systems of control. The time for change is now. No longer shall the people be oppressed by corruption. To you, the Illuminati, this is the work of the anonymous charity, also known as the Collective. This is our continuing mission, to expose the new world league where no already, and they will not be forgotten. We will expose the corruption of all countries from UN affiliates right down to small Pacific Island nations, who up until now have not had a voice. Small nations like the Cook Islands, Samoa, Tonga, also small Asian countries like Sri Lanka, who recently had a port taken off them and claimed by China through $3 billion loans provided. The Chinese plan for future military bases in the South Pacific has been in motion for over a decade now. No one has stood up to this fact publicly, except Australia in early November 2018. So yes, we will be the voice for the voiceless. We will bring justice to the oppressed. This has been a message from the anonymous charity known as the Collective. Today's message is dated February 18th, 2018. End of transmission.
Alright, the reason I did this video is this anonymous is a fraud. Okay? And I'll tell you why. He don't show how many subscribers he has. He's with the Illuminati. And I'll tell you why. He stands for Q. This channel will probably going to get kicked off. He's not the real anonymous. You got to figure out which anonymous is real and which one's not. This was out February the 18th, 2019. Looks like a brand new channel because he has nothing there. Nothing. Yeah, he's different with the Q. He's standing for Q, and that means he's putting you in a trap. I agree on some of the stuff he just said, but I don't agree with him with the. If you believe in Q, then you believe in the FEMA camps. That's the way I look at it. All right, let's keep on going. Because I've got a bunch of news, and I just got to figure out which one's the best story to come out with tonight. We did have a rock slide mountain avalanche here in Vestavia. Cars and people were under it. People are injured here in Birmingham. That's Vestavia Hills. I'm actually going to be living right down the road I'm supposed to be moving to Hoover Sunday, so you may not even get a video. So I may do like 2 on that Saturday and make up for Sunday. How about that? That's how I'll do it. If everything changes, things may change. Who knows? All right. Breaking news on 5G, 4G, cell phone danger, and I've already told you how this goes. Okay, get the medication. If you're gonna be on a 5G phone, you don't need to be taking medications, or you're gonna have your brain explode. I want y'all to know that. Okay, that's all set up together. That's how you're being controlled, is by the controlled substance in the 5G.
February the 26th, 2019. Guys, you are looking at my cell phone with a cracked screen there, and I guess you can see that. Let me kind of turn it. I've got the Wi-Fi on, Bluetooth, and mobile data. Now, I'm not making a call, but those are on. Airplane mode is off. I'm setting down here. It'll kind of fade out. Kind of battery save mode there, guys. And I've got it right. Kind of free electromagnetic field and Wi-Fi monitor. Now, so you're not making a phone call, but you have your phone on here. But let's put it in your pocket. Let's say just like this. Now look at the difference, guys. No phone calls coming in. Put it right there. No phone call at all. Remember, 2.5 milligauss, which is what you're reading, and this is mixed EMF and Wi-Fi, then you are being exposed to way more than the 2.5 milligram background. Check that out. Now, right. I'm going to make a phone call, and you'll see a tremendous difference in that. And something I want you to remember, if you're roaming, say you're traveling, guys, and you're out of reach of a cell phone tower, your phone's not picking up, that tower is still bombarding you, trying to connect to that phone. Sometimes it will be more than in a normal call. But again, look at the variations and the changes here. I'm not doing anything to the phone. That's just the mobile data and stuff moving around, exposing you. Now again, if I take it off, put it over here, say out of your pocket, that's pretty good. But if you put it in your front pocket or back pocket, guys, you're still getting exposed. This is just not right again at your ear or in your chest pocket or in your hand. You're constantly being bombarded. You're going to have DNA loss. You're going to have calcium structure loss to where the calcium leaks out. You're going to have, and that's going to lead to things like arthritis and problems with your joints. If you have a laptop sitting in your lap, you can become sterile. You can get cancer in your organs and in your hand. A wired keyboard, not a wireless, because if the keyboard is wireless, now mine's wired. You can see it over here. If it's wired,
he is right on this, guys. Get off the wireless shit. Get back on the wire. And put everything landline again like you used to be, okay? I'm trying to help you out, so is he. I mean, we're on the same page on some stuff. And I agree with him on this. No doubt. Holy crap. I didn't even tell you that. So, yeah, he's on something right there.
Wireless, guys, you're getting that Wi-Fi signal to your hands again as if you were touching the top of your laptop. This meter's important for that. This is one we showed in the video last night, but we were just talking about outside electric radiation. Now, what I want to do is to place a phone call and let you see what happens there. Okay, now I'm making a phone call, guys. It's not in my pocket. Let me move it away even a little further. And because that tower's reaching out, now look at the difference. If someone's calling you or you're calling someone, this thing is in your purse or in your pocket. But let's do the same thing again. The screen will dim out, guys, but ignore that. Now let's put it up to your ear during a call. Notice your red light, pegging, Wi-Fi, 78.4. Now remember, if you're trying to find a tower the phone and the towers reaching out that much harder, this will increase in those areas. Now, a lot of people talk about these cell phone cases that are grounded or shielded. Guys, but everyone I've seen has some leakage. It will be like a metal wrap billfold or wallet or something like that. And what happens is you're basically, with those shields, blocking the Wi-Fi signal, right? So then when you take it out of the shield, it reconnects to the tower, you get your messages, you get your phone calls, because you're not going to get them in the shield. But there's a much safer way that costs you nothing, and I'm going to show you. What I'm going to do is turn the phone completely off, shut down the mobile data, Wi-Fi signal, everything, and turn the phone off. And you say, well, I won't get any calls like that. If you're going to use a shield for your phone to protect you from this radiation, you're not going to get the call anyway till you take it out. So as you take your phone out, turn it back on, it's going to hit the towers. You'll start getting your calls and your messages. It's either that or you're exposing yourself to a lot of cancer. Another thing, always use speakerphone. Never, ever, ever put the phone up to your head. Too much cancer is being caused by it. A lot of.
I try to tell you, Rob went through the same thing. And being outside with the chemtrails, and you're on your phone and everything, will pretty much give you cancer too. It's a sad situation. You're pretty much stuck. They're trying to keep you in the house so you won't see Wormwood. That's why they're doing this. Seriously, guys, this is the same stuff that's going to make your car driveless. It's the same thing that Christine comes to life, or Maximum Overdrive. I know this is crazy, but it's true. The cars are going to come to life. If you don't understand that, you will. I promise you. Everything that I've been saying is coming true. And when they hack the driverless cars, you could be in a car wreck. Just think about that. It's another way to depopulate the country.
Problems. And it's been proven it's on the side of the brain where you put your cell phone, guys. And this is making everything off. Turn the power off. Now this is completely powered down. Turn your phone off. When you turn it back on, it's the same as taking out of it.
Now, if you use the phone, he ain't said this yet, but if you use a phone, you need to get you some like headphones or something, like you can hear, but you don't have to put the phone into your ear. You know what I mean? Because he's right. Even saying about the chemtrails in CERN, Switzerland, with everything pulling everything toward us, and the sun flares, that is going to give you hellacious sinuses. It's going to give you headaches. It's going to give you backaches. Like I said, stay away from metal on your clothes. Start wearing wind pants if you got to, or jogging pants, or whatever you got to, something that don't have metal in it, okay? I've said this before, and I'll say it again until the car have to take Obamacare, because the next Obamacare is going to be Oscar care, and Oscar, like I said, is and Spain is doing the microchip. They've already ordered like 55 million of them things. So you add it up, 55 million will get the chip. The other, from 55 million to 90 million, will be dead.
Shielded cases that are 60, 80, 100 bucks, some are even higher. Put it on here, put your meter there. Look at that. That's the safe way to have your cell phone. Now the next video, guys, we're going to look at inside your. Even when you turn off, you're still getting radiation for the phone. And let me show you that before we end the video.
Right.
So I'm powering the phone back on. You can see what's happening. So it's dead. This is just powering on. It's Metro PCS server. This is an LG phone.
Metro PCS is pretty good.
Now set it back down by the phone here. Even with those off, without a phone together and everything off but the power itself, right back up where it is during a phone call, if not higher sometimes, because it is constantly trying to contact us from the tower. Guys, we have 4G here, and I'm kind of on the, again, very low end because I'm so far out in the country. On the end of the line, I have slow speeds. One of the reasons I don't do live. Again, that will be a blessing because the 5G towers will concentrate in the cities. When we get to 5G, this is going to be a lot higher. You can see the fluctuations here. I'm not moving anything. That is strictly from trying to search for towers, trying to see what's going on. It's always trying to connect with something. And we have a tower that is maybe 2 miles from here, over a hill. Think about this. It's an update. It's a heads up. Be safe.
He's right. He's right. No doubt. Ever wake up to me and Anonymous and all the others, and I'm glad we're on the same page. I've always liked Jesse. I've always liked BP EarthWatch. It blew me away when I was trying to warn him, look, it's not an earthquake, man. It's a volcano, and, you know, you got bombs going off in the sea, and they're testing stuff, getting ready for this thing, and I don't think he realized it. But now he does. Got more news. Let's check something though first. It's not showing how many people are watching, and I just wanted to see how many people were watching. It's showing. All right, thank you. Cool. All right. Great. It has no likes. That tells me that we're being shadow banned. That's cool. I'm not worried about that. I'm sure I'll get more. I'm growing back up to live, and it's going to take a while, and that's cool. I'll be up there before you know it. People are starting to let everybody know this is Scorpion Tale. So Scorpion Deathlock, the real news, and that I'm with Anonymous now, the group Anonymous, and if you don't like that we're saving humanity, that's the way I look at it. You're part of the problem, and you're being tracked. Just thought you might want to know that. All right. How did y'all like the Zeus satellite video that I put out there? Did y'all like that? Any of y'all? Ice Age is coming. I could have told you that. What is this?
Hey guys, world.
Ice Age is coming. Are you ready for March 31st, 2019? I said March, but I didn't know it was going to be 31st. Well, let's listen to this. Let's see if he's right on this. Interesting.
Dance is back. Check out this preview of the amazing new season.
All right.
The deadly Arctic deep freeze wreaking havoc across the United States has left at least 7 people.
All right, here we go.
At least 7 people die as temperatures as low as 42 wreak havoc across the Midwest, with more than 2,500 flights canceled, postal services halted, and even a Michigan town named Hell has frozen over. The deadly Arctic deep freeze wreaking havoc across the United States has left at least 7 people dead, with record-breaking low temperatures halting postal services in the Midwest and canceling more than 2,500.
Not 7 people. There are more than 7 people dead. The UN killed over 70,000 of them. Shit. Get it right. If you start doing the news, do it right. Grow some balls like I did.
Flights. Temperatures plunged to as low as minus 42 F in Park Rapids, Minnesota, minus 31 F in Fargo, North Dakota, and minus 27 F in Minneapolis. In Chicago,
temperatures were still dropping after plunging early Wednesday to -19°F, breaking the day's previous record low set in 1966. Temperatures are expected to drop as low as -28 degrees in Chicago as the day progresses. Wind chills in northern Illinois made it feel as cold as -57°F. The extreme weather conditions triggered widespread closures of hundreds of schools and businesses from North Dakota to Pennsylvania.
You got that right.
Amtrak also axed all trains into and out of Chicago on Wednesday and most services to or from Chicago on Thursday. Crews had to set rail tracks in fire to keep trains moving smoothly on Tuesday. More than 2,500 flights were canceled early Wednesday, largely out of Chicago O'Hare and Chicago Midway International airports, according to flight tracking site FlightAware. The U.S. Postal Service also took the rare step of suspending mail delivery to parts of Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, the Dakotas, and Nebraska on Wednesday because of the dangerous Arctic blast. Sub-zero temperatures already blanketing parts of Canada began sweeping across the Midwest and towards the East Coast on Tuesday evening. The frigid winds were bound for the East Coast later on Wednesday into Thursday. The National Weather Service forecast for Wednesday night predicted temperatures in Chicago as low as -28, with wind chills to -50. Detroit's outlook was for Wednesday overnight lows around -15, with wind chills dropping to -40. About just got caught in a giant wreck. Cars are in the other pickups. There's people hurt. I gotta let you know.
We're trying to undo our cars so we can go home. I mean, we all know what we signed up for. We know we have to shovel our cars out from the street parking. Thanks. And like all that in front of me, that's enough room for like 4 cars, but unless I shovel it out, it's gonna be like that for a couple days.
I'm in my car all front. No shortage of ice today, unfortunately. Oh yeah.
Shut down this morning. Same for some other places like Chicago. A lot of kids getting a snow day today.
Well, speaking of Chicago, Cecilia, the Chicago River freezing over. That's when wind chills could drop 50 degrees below zero. That city is set to have one of its coldest days in history. Alex Perez is there starting us off. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Ron. That's right. We are getting ready for that bitter cold. Now, you can see it's already snowing here right now, which means the morning commute is going to be a complete headache. And take a look behind me here. Underneath all of that snow and ice is actually Lake Michigan. The deep freeze is headed our way.
Overnight, dangerous weather across the country as life-threatening cold gets ready to move in. Parts of the Midwest bracing for some of the coldest temperatures in years. In North Dakota, strong gusts combined with heavy snow, creating treacherous and worsening road conditions. And freezing rain and slippery road conditions causing this car to spin out of control and into an embankment. Snow blowing across Minnesota's Highway 75 North, creating blizzard-like conditions. In the east, multi-car accidents shutting down Pennsylvania's I-90, like these cars going off the road, and this car crashing under this tractor-trailer. Whiteout conditions not helping emergency crews and plows clear the roads. In Vermont, a combination of snow and heavy rain breaking up ice jams, rapidly flowing into a local waterfall, creating flooding concerns.
As Cecilia said, a number of school districts already closed ahead of all this. The entire region taking a deep breath, bracing for what's to come. Temperatures that could feel like 50 to 60 below zero. Robin?
Looks brutal. All right, Alex, get inside. Thank you. We're going to turn now to Sam Champion. He's in for Ginger, who's on assignment, and Sam was good enough to leave us home in Miami to track the deep freeze for us. Good morning, Sam.
Always happy to be here at Times Square, Robin. Hey, let's talk a little bit about this because we got to get you ready for this. This is not only the coldest temperatures, coldest...
Hey YouTube, the new season of World of Dance is ready to blow your minds. Check out this preview.
coldest air we've seen break through the country this year, but in some cases since the 90s. Let's get to the boards. I remember the 90s. I was gainfully employed in the 90s, but some of you are much younger than me. So take a look at those numbers. Remember, Chicagoland, you're coming up with those real temperatures that are 11 below. Is it the coldest day ever in Chicago, where the coldest temperature is 27 below? We'll find out then, but we're going to be very close because, as Alex said, those wind chills are 50 and 60 below. For the rest of the country, the watches and warnings are everywhere. More than half the country's involved.
All right, he's talking about the 90s. Guys, Wormwood crossed Earth in 1993. It was March 1993. Remember the big snowstorm that hit the south and the north? It was like 30 inches of snow here. Just want you to know, this is not the first time that Wormwood has been around. Okay? Every time Wormwood's coming around, the Rothschilds wants to cover up the sun and the earth and the sky. And it's making you sick and giving you headaches and giving you backaches and body aches and everything else. And now it's going to get really worse with the 5G coming in. I'm telling you guys, y'all don't even know what's coming. And when you start hurting and you start having headaches worse than you did with 4G, you come back and tell me I was right.
And to our friends in the South, I really need to tell you to pay attention. Hattiesburg, Mississippi has a winter storm advisory out right now. We're looking at 1 to 2 inches of snow in the deep South, and we all know, Atlanta, I love you. I used to live there, but we handle this kind of cold weather on the roads, so get ready for that. And even where the snowfall totals will be pretty big, inland areas, this is a brutal cold to get ready for. So, George, we just got to get the signal out to everybody now.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Sam, wait a minute. Your mama's going to call you. You should have a hat on, Sam. I'm just, I mean, you're a smart man.
You're right, Robin. And by Tuesday and
Millions of Canadians are huddled indoors on this Sunday because of the nasty winter storm. The powerful system is drifting across central and eastern Canada. It brings with it piles of snow, biting winds, and bone-chilling cold. Temperatures are so low that just a few minutes of exposure could mean frostbite. Meanwhile, snowblowers are getting a full workout today, clearing sidewalks and driveways. Parts of New Brunswick could get as much as 50 centimeters of snow. That snow could turn into freezing rain or rain in southern parts of the province. Environment Canada has issued a winter storm warning for all of New Brunswick. New Brunswick is a mess today. That powerful storm system is hitting that province with a mix of snow and ice pellets. And the Weather Network, Chris St. Clair, well, he is in Fredericton right now, joins us. Chris, good to have you. I can see the snow blowing around you. Talk to us about current conditions that you're facing right now.
Yeah, it is, well, bitterly cold. The temperatures have been in the minus teens, and they won't get above freezing in Fredericton. And this really compounds the problem here because the snow is coming down at a rate of about 4 or 5 centimeters an hour and will till mid-late afternoon. So that will equate to 20 or 30 centimeters of snow on the ground. The winds are pretty strong. That's blowing it around. This snow is light snow, so it drifts really easily. So that's reducing visibility on the roads in many parts of New Brunswick. Here's where this gets really tricky, and this is going to be the greater problem as we move through the latter part of the afternoon and into the evening. And this will really involve Moncton, St. John, and Fredericton. So that part of New Brunswick, you'll get the snow, 20 centimeters, good number to think about, but you're likely to get from 8 to 12 hours of freezing rain on top of that. Along the Fundy shore and into the Moncton, it'll actually go over to rain at times.
Just pause it. He's lying. See how the fake news is? 10 to 12 hours. What did I tell y'all? 102 hours of rain and snow coming. Okay? Remember what I just said. And it's a gigantic storm, and I will send out another video. People wants to see the updates on the weather and everything. I will send it out tonight, I promise. But if I get a lot of likes and a lot of shares and a lot of subscribers today on this, I'll come back live tonight again around 9:30. How about that? Y'all want that? It's up to y'all. It depends on what y'all gonna do. Share, subscribe, and like. Y'all don't? I'll come back tomorrow.
But we'll lay enough of a layer of ice in place that flooding could become an issue. Plus, combine that with the strong winds, the potential is there for many times already. Don't drive if you don't have to this afternoon. This is the worst of it, the next 18 hours in New Brunswick.
Well, the beach in Goderich, Ontario looks anything but summery this morning. The boardwalk is empty, and in place of ice cream cones are salt. Solid pieces of ice. The temperature here expected to hover around the -15 mark for most of the day, and tonight's Windler picture across much of Canada today, from the prairies all the way to Quebec City, and for most places, relief is still some 2 days away, or even more. And once again, this is Halifax. Hard to tell with the blowing camera and all that gray, but this is Halifax, and in that city and across Nova Scotia, wind is a big issue today. Environment Canada warning of winds that could reach 100 kilometers an hour. And in Montreal, it is a city in cleanup mode after a blast of snow yesterday, and today, for the first time, it forced the city to cancel its annual Fête de Neige celebration. Well, the CBC's Ainsley McClellan is out in the cold, joins us right now in Montreal. So walk us through.
Well, I would say, Michael, it's not a day to be outside, and yet here we are. But it is one of those days where the city is having trouble. It's trying to keep up with the pace of this snow. It's really picked up within the past couple of hours or so, and so we're seeing on main arteries like René Lévesque behind me here that the plows are having to pass every few minutes just to keep up, and that's mostly because the snow is blowing around. We have winds 40 kilometers an hour gusting up to 70 kilometers an hour, and that's causing those snow drifts that you get at. And so officials encouraging people to stay off the roads in Montreal, but then throughout all of the other regions of Quebec as well. We have Montreal expecting to get 25 centimeters of snow, Eastern Townships 30 centimeters of snow, the Gaspé upwards of 50 or more, and we had a major section of highway of the Trans-Canada Highway 20 just east of Quebec City between Lévis and Montmagny that has been closed in both directions this morning. So difficult conditions out on the roads today. Fortunately, according
See, some of the news even know what's going on because I know what Edward Snowden gave me in 2016, and I'm hitting it right on it. I'm hitting all cylinders, and I'm not going to stop. Never going to stop. Thanks for the donations, everyone. The donation button is there if you want to donate for these kids in the military. All right, let's go back to the news, some more news. All right. They got to have their beer right underground. You know who I'm talking about. You know who subscribed to me and knows what I'm talking about, right? They got of Guantanamo Bay is pretty much full of nothing but Hawaiians right now. Just thought you might want to know that. Your tribunals are you and the Hawaiians right now. California will be next. Alaska, they still got to get people out of Alaska, and that's what they're doing right now. All right, here we go.
So if you guys saw a few weeks ago, we did an unboxing of these, the Bose frames, a totally new product category that I've never...
A heads up for those out there that may enjoy wine or a beer every now and then. Mm-hmm. And if you're consuming this on a daily basis, you may want to really... Some of the ones listed here that they're talking about in this article is they go through 15 top beer brands that are connected to this. They have different levels, and they're saying that the glyphosate that is found is in the healthy range per what they say out there with the EPA and others and what's allowed to be in food and in beverages. But just the fact that it's being found there is disturbing. they've put a standard on it is crazy as well. It's like saying it's okay. Oh, it's okay. We'll let it go by with X amount. Just like they allow food. Like we talked about with the canned food a couple weeks ago, where a lady was sitting there picking bug parts out of the food. In this instance, though, they're saying that the glyphosate was found in all but one of the ones they tested. They looked at 5 wine brands, 1 cider, and 15 top beer brands, including Coors Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser, Corona, Heineken, Guinness, a bunch of others. But one. They're saying that this Cinquejo was found to be the worst. And of the 5 wines, Sutter Home Merlot is the highest level glyphosate with 51.4 ppb. So, for what it's worth, I think it's worth noting that this stuff is popping up all over the place. It's a health concern in my book. Wanted to pass this information along and let it be known. This is what's going on now. Now, also, you have to remember a judge ruled that the glyphosate started this week, and then there's like 9,000 other cases waiting as well. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for more. It's been Dabu7. Peace.
What did I tell y'all about that, folks? What did I tell y'all a year ago? That your food, your wine, your everything was going to go underground. Your toothpaste, your all your stuff's going underground for the rich people. Remember what I said now. Remember what I said. With gases, with all kinds of stuff. Dean Ambrose tried to save you and tried to warn you in Houston when he... But you say WWE is fake. Well, I got news for you. This fake. You are. Let's go to the next story. Alright. Keep on. Got some more news. Which, I mean, what do you expect, right? Well, I tell you what, some of it's fake and some of it's new. Some of it's real. I don't know. And y'all just keep on watching that. Worried about over there in the political area, okay? She's a distraction. Big distraction. Alright, breaking the... Let's see what this is.
Are you?
No, I'm not. Breaking Trump and Kim Jong-un 7-nation nuke deal in the works. No, it's not. It's a lie. Complete lie. Complete lie. Never was a thing. Deal. Never was. Just remember what I said. Your leaders are going to go peace talks. And then sudden destruction, because they know the asteroids are coming, so they're starting to be nice to each other. Remember what I said. I want y'all to remember what I just said. After the peace talks, destruction coming. And if you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you: martial law.
Practice and master the guitar.
U.S. deploys Navy ships through Taiwan Strait in strategic move set to anger China. The United States sent 2 Navy ships through the Taiwan Strait as the U.S. military increases the frequency of its movement through the waterway despite opposition from China. The strategic movement risks sparking further tensions with China and comes as U.S. President Donald Trump said Washington and Beijing months-long trade war that has slowed global growth and disrupted markets. There has also been growing friction between Taiwan and Beijing. Last week, Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen said the military threat posed by China was growing every day. The U.S. Navy's passage through the Taiwan Strait also comes just days before a summit between Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un. The U.S. Pacific Fleet said in a statement, the ship's transit through open Indo-Pacific. The U.S. Navy's presence will likely be viewed by self-ruled Taiwan as a sign of support from Donald Trump's administration. The two ships were identified.
By the way, I've got a picture I'm putting out with Hulk Hogan, Kim Jong-un, Mark Zuckerberg, and yeah, all hanging out in Hawaii together. They've been paid to blow up the West Coast. I want you to know that. All right? North Korea is just a puppet to the New World Order. They're being paid to do this. Who's funding them? Your favorite. Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, the Bushes, and Trump.
Identified as the destroyer Stetham and Navy cargo. The 108 separates Taiwan from China. Washington has no formal ties with Taiwan, but is bound by law to help defend the island nation and is its main source of arms. The Pentagon says Washington has sold Taiwan more than $11 billion, $15 billion, in weaponry since 2000.
Meet OneWeather, a simple, beautiful weather app. Users and critics alike have
to assert its sovereignty over the island, which it considers a breakaway province of one China. For decades, Beijing and Taipei have maintained an uneasy truce following their split at the end of a civil war in 1949. China has repeatedly sent military aircraft and ships to circle the island on drills in the past few years and worked to isolate the island internationally, whittling down its few remaining diplomatic allies. Earlier this year, the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency released a report describing which it said had made major advances in recent years. Taiwan is one of a growing number of flashpoints in the U.S.-China relationship, which also included trade war, U.S. sanctions, and China's increasingly muscular...
Wait a minute. Hey, Stents, I know why you're getting bad connection. You said something on my messenger that they may not have liked. Remember what I told y'all. Y'all got to get it through your ear, in this ear and out the other, okay? Y'all got to hold on to what AI is smart when you start talking to what you're saying. They're programmed of what they don't want you to say. And they're going to either delete you, kick you off, make you unsubscribe, or delete your channel. I'm just giving you heads up, so watch what you're saying. I lost a lot of people last year because y'all did not listen to me.
Military posture in the South China Sea, where the United States also conducted
So I see Elevate almost like mental exercises. It's like taking your brain to the gym. I'm seeing myself improve in different ways that I didn't know I could.
Commercials. By the way, I am seeing a bunch of people share my stuff. I think they're waking up to the coffee now. And I'm thinking they're starting to say, hey, our income tax money is not coming to us. And they're about to cut off food stamps and everything. I think they're starting to wake up and want to fight back. It's about time. You should have woke up 5 years ago when I woke up. But hey, I guess late than never, right? But seriously, thank you for all the shares, the likes, and the donations. These kids in the military deserves it. I got a job. Final match.
Want to know what's really happening in your neighborhood? Get the neighbors out by ring.
Yeah, we know what's happening in your neighborhood. You're looking like a dumbass for taking that microchip. Water, you can say goodbye to your ships. The ships won't be coming in no more.
All right, hey guys. So this is the UN Security Council meeting on Venezuela. Sorry, I'm a little bit late on it. I mean, I'm going to go to the live portion, but at this point, no one has supported the U.S. on this.
Oh, really?
I will go backwards to where y'all can hear what the other ones had to say. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Aid should not be used for the political ends of parties to the crisis.
Let's go ahead and just go. Y'all want to just go back?
And show his equality.
To those council members.
So, creepy. Hear what this fool's got to say. War criminal. War criminal.
But it is very.
My gosh, how long did he talk?
Talk a long time, sounds like.
Intentions and everything.
Bunch of puppet shit you're watching.
I now give the floor to those council members who wish to make statements.
Can y'all hear it? Ooh, you got a notification, man. I'm moving up in the world.
The Security Council, good afternoon. Thank you to Undersecretary DeCarlo
Me too.
for her
I'm
very
getting a lot of notes.
How is he going to explain this ultimate failure of trying to overthrow a sovereign nation? I mean, there is no explanation. They screwed this so bad, which of course I'm glad, because I don't want our soldiers down there
I don't either.
getting killed. Because I want to make sure everybody understands my stance before what? I want you to understand where my stance is. It's about no more murders as cannon fodder for these creepy psychopaths.
I agree. I do agree on that.
Creepy war criminals. They're not willing to stand on the front line, but they were sure in the hell willing to send us.
Yeah, she's
And
right.
then risk freaking bombs coming into our backyard because of their nonsense.
Yep.
So let's continue.
We are here today because of the de facto Venezuela on February 23rd, which led to...
False. That's not what happened. Well, yeah, he did. Well, it is true. He did, he didn't want aid from the USAID, which is a slush fund of front group for these creepy criminals. Let's continue.
Deaths, injuries, and violence on two international borders. Those actions once again showed the true intentions and nature of the Maduro.
I'm a liar.
I agree.
If you have not watched my other videos, you will see the video proof of who actually caused these deaths and injuries. And it was not Maduro's military or militia. It was the opposition and our CIA-backed thugs.
Armed gangs, thugs, and criminals.
Oh, thugs.
Released from prisons.
What?
Humanitarian assistance rather than its protection. And while Venezuelans were shot and beaten and killed as they tried to bring food and medicine into their country, Maduro literally was dancing in Caracas. 4 people.
Holy crap. He's got to stop.
80 Venezuelans were injured, and it may be many more than that, after vigilantes from the regime opened fire. Protesters and journalists marched to the border to welcome much needed aid.
Tear gas and rubber bullets?
States and the international
Why?
Bullshit.
Could that be because they were throwing Molotov cocktails at them?
Mm-hmm.
That might have something to do with it. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe because you're CIA-backed thugs,
That's true.
opposition, groomed from George Washington University, Wwe2k19, and his thug.
Hey, Jennifer, if you're watching, and I know you are because that's the reason they're attacking that country, right? That it's the microchip. Venezuela was next on the list. I just thought you might want to know that. China's involved. They're acting like they're on Venezuela's side, and they're going to backstab Venezuela in the back with drones and military. Remember, we're not going to get attacked yet. They're getting us softened up because of our freedom. It's a lot of people are not agreeing with this.
That y'all have enlisted and paid millions of our tax dollars. They were throwing the Molotov cocktails. We have it on video. All of it. But please continue, Creepster.
Community must support the Venezuelan people as they strive to reclaim their democracy. We should respect their constitution and their sovereignty, which is why we must
support their constitution, which is exactly why I'm fighting so hard for this and why everybody else should. Because if they can do this to any other nation, which we've done in the past, I know people are going to say, oh, but we always do it. Okay, but it's not okay. So what Wwe2k19 did is invoke Article 233 of their constitution, which is completely erroneous because the only way you can invoke Article 233 is if a president let's pretend that he and they actually invoked Ari.
It's legit. What I'm finding out, but he can't even count. He don't even know his math. I got a video if I can find it. He cannot even count. I mean, seriously, guys. And be honest with you, he's just a puppet. This is all a distraction. It's a distraction from Wormwood coming. And if you don't believe in Wormwood, well, you will, I promise. I've already sent out the videos and the pictures, and I'm going to keep on doing it.
Okay, what does Article 233 say? It specifically says that the interim president will call for elections within 30 days. Did that happen? Absolutely not. 30 days have come and gone. There's no talks of is how they're going to divvy up their PDVSA, which is their state.
The only talks I found is martial law in Venezuela. It's been going on for 2 years. Y'all just all asleep with fake news and shit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all, something big's about to happen with North Korea and Donald Trump. And if you haven't seen the videos and the pictures of what Kim Jong-un's military has been doing to their people, that could be the plan for Pelosi being the president. If Mike Pence is going, I don't know if Mike Pence is going or not, but if Mike Pence is not going, well, he'll be the next president. But if they take him out, Pelosi will be, and I'll still stand to that until I get any more information that's not the truth. But like I said, if I am lying or I'm accidentally telling something that I didn't know was true, I'll come back on and tell you I was wrong. Undertaker says, if you don't fight back, you're going to be buried alive, just like in Hawaii. I love you all. God bless. God bless America. The ones that disliked my video, which I know you didn't, YouTube to stop the likes and dislikes in this video. Who won that battle? Have a nice day. I don't want likes or dislikes anymore. I just want you to listen and listen good. Have a nice day. I'm out.